Hello, this is a short video that helps you to install prerequisites required by ESB feature pack for BizTalk Server, so you can collect events emitted by this product as well as events that are coming from AppFabric for Windows Server. And these prerequisites are needed to store events and then visualize them. What you see here in this window are these two prerequisites. The first one is a very popular time series database, InfluxDb, and the second one is Grafana visualization software, also very popular, integrated with InfluxDb. Both of these are open source products that are very accessible today. So as you can see, I downloaded both of them and unzipped them. So let's start with setting up InfluxDB first. So once we go to the directory, you see the files that gets unzipped, with exception of this file, start cmd. So what I'm going to do is show what I've done, and it's a very simple file that specifies which configuration InfluxDB should use at the startup. In the configuration itself, you would need to enable administration interface, and the simplest way to get it done is look for the definition of port 8083 because it's web interface, and then make sure that you uncomment these 4 lines starting with admin on top to enable admin service and the port, and in my case HTTPS is disabled. So once this is done, we are ready to run InfluxDB. So all we need to do is start it, and we can access web interface on port 8083, which I'm going to do right now. And as you see, this interface appeared, and now it's time to create databases. What I'm going to do is create 2 of them, one for events that are coming from AppFabric for Windows Server, and second one for ESB related events. And as you see, we can easily use template, so we can just say create database, and create the first one, appfdb, done, and the second one, testdb. So this is pretty much it. The database are created. You can harden this database with specific retention policies, usernames, and passwords, which are very well documented. But at this point, this database exists, and this is it. So right now, InfluxDB is running. So let's go back to see how we can install Grafana, and it's also very simple to do. First, what you actually need to do is create custom config file, and I can probably just do it again just to show you how it works. So all you need to do is copy defaults, paste, rename it to custom, and let us edit it and change the port. Default is 3000, and we will change it to 8888. Save file. And at this point, this is pretty much it. So we can start Grafana server. And right now both Grafana and InfluxDb started. You can also configure them as Windows services. It's very well documented on both of those sites. So now we can switch our attention to Grafana, which is running on port 8888. And there it is. Default password is admin and default username is admin, so we enter both. So at this point we have absolutely no dashboards, but fortunately these dashboards, the sample dashboards, come with ESB feature pack, so we can import them and configure them. But first we need to add a couple of data sources, which I will show you how it's done right now. So we can go to data sources, add data source, and it's going to be InfluxDb. Right now it's default configuration, so it's localhost 886, and we can just name this data source Fabric, and the database name is going to be UpFDB. So you see this data source added successfully. Now we can go back and add a new one. Okay. So as you see now, we have the data sources. They're successfully added. So if we look at right now, we have two data sources, and what we can do is import dashboard. So we can just go import, upload JSON file. We can go to F drive. And let's say we are going to go with ESB itineraries. And you see what's happening right now is we need to select the data source, so it's going to be ESB toolkit. Done. And nothing is on this dashboard. We can certainly import another one for a fabric, and you can do it in the exact same way. And this is pretty much it. So there is absolutely nothing available here. Now what we can do is probably, as you see, this dashboard is refreshed every 5 seconds, nothing happens. And I already have Trace Agent installed, so we just need to test it. So let's see if it's going to work. We can simply move here to the agent and submit a message. So it takes around 10 seconds or less to execute. So, and you see we do have data after executing itinerary. So let's see what we got. So we have one started, one completed, performance for services, and if you scroll down, you see itinerary started, itinerary completed, and all the events. So this is it for installing prerequisites and starting to collect your metrics. I certainly hope you like it, and you will see additional videos for configuration as well. Thank you.